Hey YouTube, how everybody freaking doing today? On this beautiful Tuesday. I have some sad news to say. I shouldn't have been laughing, and me giggling have nothing to do with what I'm about to say. I'm just a friendly, nice person. But we lost a very important person in the black community. Um, Jesse Jackson, we lost him. I heard the bad news this morning. So my prayers go out to the Jackson family. My last name happened to be Jackson. But I always pray for people when I hear bad news. You know, I do a little prayer for the family because he's in a better place. You got to pray for the family and pray that they have strength and everything and get through what they're going through because he's in a A-okay place. That man did the best he could while he was here on earth, and he did for the black community. And plus, I was thinking about him about a month or so ago. Then he happened to die in Black History Month. That's wild. That's kind of unique. And you gotta excuse my smiling. You know, I'm not like smiling because he's, like I said. But yeah, he was a black civil rights fighter, and then he died on Black History Month. He died in Black History Month. That's something. That's different. But anyway, he was a good man. I don't know anything bad about him. I never heard anything bad about him. I knew that he ran for president once. I was a little girl when he ran for president. I found out today that he ran for president twice. And I was like, okay, I remember one time, I remember the other. And then he was just, I guess, too black for the White House. Not saying Obama, he wasn't black enough, but I guess he was just too black because he did speak well. He was very intelligent, and I'm assuming to run for president, you got to be married, you got to be American, you got to be 35 plus, educated, all those things he is. But he would have been too much for the black community. You know, the White House wasn't having that. These are my thoughts, my opinions. Everything that I'm saying is allegedly, is alleged. So nothing that's coming out of my mouth is true. It's just all my opinions, and I'm pulling everything out of my motherfucking ass. Everything that I'm talking about, I'm pulling out my motherfucking ass. So anyway, I really wanted to get on here and talk about Fantasia and how I feel about her husband proposing to her, and everybody going off on the father, saying that the father is jealous because she's not sharing the money with her father. Everything is not about motherfucking money. Now, if Fantasia was a regular girl, a regular Jane, now, years ago when I found out this man only knew her for 3 weeks and he married her, instantly I said to myself, oh, he married her for her money. Because it's nothing wrong with Fantasia. Fantasia is a very beautiful girl. But it's hard to find love around here. It's hard to meet somebody that's decent and kind. And most black men don't want to marry. All they want to do is fuck you and go on about their business. And she claimed she prayed for her husband. I've been praying for my husband ever since I was, I say 25 or either 30. Because I always wanted to get married. My great-grandmother was married. My grandmother was married. My mama was married. So I thought I was going to get married. And I never got married. You know. But, and I'm not going to, put my downfalls on her. But just looking at everybody else, just a regular Joe or a regular Jane, love is hard to come across. And then when I first found out that she got married after knowing this man for 3 weeks, I said, yes, he hopped on the money train. He found out she was rich. She got money or whatever. And he hopped on the money train. And then I think maybe a couple years ago, she said that she put money into his account. It was on a video that I saw. I was like, oh my God, all these women, like, they get these broke ass men and they take care of them. I don't care what situation you in, ladies. I'm not a gold digger, but I was raised that the man, he provide. That's not feminine for a woman to provide. Mary J. Blige, her husband, it didn't work out with her. Oh God, I'm trying to do a video. Okay, I'm a pause. Well, I tell you, the devil always motherfucking working. He always working. It seems like that motherfucker should get tired, but he don't. I'm trying to do a video and then I'm getting interrupted. But any fucking ways. Whew, Lord Jesus. I got my motherfucking nerve calmers. But anyway, the woman should not take care of a fucking man. Mary J. Blige, her husband, it didn't work out. Candy, her husband, it didn't work out. She was taking care of her man. Wendy Williams, she was taking care of her man. Star Jones, she was taking care of her man. That's 4 women. 3 of them happen to be dark skinned. I hate that. I mean, no matter what color you are, but you know, they harder on us dark skinned women or whatever. But you shouldn't take care of no man. You shouldn't be giving no man no money. And I wasn't raised like that. But anyway, he found out this woman had money. He jumped on the money train. And now I'm hearing, since the father came out, he said that Fantasia, somebody was stealing money. And the husband or somebody fired somebody, I guess an accountant or something. He fired that woman because that woman was telling who was stealing that damn money. They might was stealing the money together. Hell, him and the goddamn accountant might was sleeping together. Because I really don't feel like he attracted to Fantasia. Not that Fantasia an ugly person or anything like that. I'm just feeling like he's not feeling her like that. And a lot of times people will try to get rid of somebody just to cover their tail. And everything that I'm saying is a motherfucking allege. Allege. But any motherfucking way. Now, Fantasia been rich for years. Well, she's been famous for years. Ever since the early 2000s or whatever. And the father is speaking. Sometimes your parents know. Sometimes your parents know. Even when we don't want to listen to them and we don't want to admit they right. Sometimes your motherfucking parents know. And I'm on the father's side. And the reason why I'm on the motherfucking father's side. Because when I first heard about her being married and how quick they got married, and I know how black men are, I said, oh, he found out she had that money, and he jumped, in on that. And then I heard her maybe about 2-3 years ago said something about she put money in his account. Hell yeah, he gonna be a loving husband, and he gonna act like he love you so you can take care of him. People, they pretend if you paying them. They be the biggest actors and actresses if you paying them. And the same thing for men that date these damn women that they couldn't pull when they was regular Joe. Then they get money. Then all of a sudden they can pull all these motherfucking women or certain women or whatever. The same go for them. But anyway, I saw the proposal online. I wasn't impressed. And the reason why I wasn't impressed, he bought her 11 carats. That's a big size ring. That's a nice size ring or whatever. But he bought it with her money. And she acting all shocked. Any woman that get proposed to, yes, you're going to be shocked and you're going to be overjoyed and all that. But it was the fact that it was paid for with her money. I'm like, oh my God. And every time I think of women that body allegedly or take care of a man or whatever, I think about this girl I used to work with. I never forget, I was working on this job at Care Fabric, and it was a white girl I used to work with. Her name was Shannon. And Shannon, she was a little trailer park looking girl, and she was dating this little white boy that thought he was black. He acted like he had a little blue-eyed soul in him. He would try to act all hood, and he was a hood white boy, and she was a trailer trash white girl. And she used to, the guy, Shannon and Daryl, I never forget, she used to always give Daryl her money to buy her lunch, because she was one of those people that, stand up in front of everybody and he bring her lunch and like, oh, look what, look what he did for me, look what Daryl did for me. She wanted attention. And one of the girls on the job told her, you acting like he doing so much for you. He paying for that. Well, he paid for it, but he got it. I didn't tell him to get it. And it was like she was just dumb or so stupid for a man. She couldn't realize she was paying for a man. Like, he would get her card and buy her gifts with her card. And she come to work like, look what he bought me. Baby, you bought that. And we'll be laughing at her in her face, behind her back. We didn't care. We would just laugh at her. And she thought she was doing something because he would buy her stuff with her card. And I always looked at women like, you silly little dum-dum. And that's how I'm looking at Fantasia. And I brought that story in to tell that story because it fit in what I'm saying about Fantasia. Fantasia looked like a silly little dum-dum up there. Ladies, there's nothing wrong with being single. And I'm not preaching to be single because I wouldn't mind meeting somebody and having a decent man. But if I meet somebody, it's going to be real. It's not going to be fake and phony. And trust me, Chevette is not going to be buying no dick. You know? Chevette is not going to be buying no dick. And I'm hard on my dark-skinned girls because the world is hard on us. And the world is hard on us. They already don't want us with nobody. They already feel like we can't get love. Then the fact that you're buying dick that make you look bad. And all races of women, it's a little dum-dum somewhere in there to mix. It's a clownette. You can be black, white, yellow, green, whatever. It's a clownette, you know, but the woman I just got finished talking about, she was a white woman. She was a clownette. But, you know, I'm extra hard on my dark-skinned sisters because they already don't want us to have anything. And they don't expect for us to have anything relationship-wise, money-wise. So when I saw her up there on stage and she was acting all happy and shocked, and I was like, damn, I want to be happy for her, but I just don't feel like this man really digging her. And I don't care if he is in the picture for 11 years. Money make you do some damn things. And no, her daddy is not jealous. He's not bitter. He's not sad. The man looked well-to-do to me. He didn't look like he was broke or anything and like he was wishing for her money or whatever. He said that he wasn't talking to her or they haven't been talking. But sometimes my parents know. They know some shit, you know. When I was coming up, my mama used to try to tell me about boys and men. I didn't want to listen to her. And I was like 25. And I was just sitting there. I was like, I was just going through some things with a dude I was dating at the time. And I was thinking about some shit my mom told me. And I got to thinking, I was like, well, hell, my mama was once my age. She know what she talking about. So on this note, I know what I'm damn talking about. And sometimes you just got to listen to your parents. And Fantasia should listen to her daddy. This man is stealing from her. This man is not into her like that. And if you want to know if a man is into you, look at his exes. I bet none of his exes, she favor any of his exes. I bet she don't look like none of his exes. And then that tight ass suit he had on stage, I'ma say allegedly, he looked gay to me. The way it was fit tight across his ass. And me and you know, whoever watched this video, know that gay men love church. They love church. They love being up in church. And I was like, look at that suit he got on. It's extra tight around the ass. I was like, he ain't into her. He either into men. And watch what I say. Maybe a year or two from now, it's going to come out that he's gay. Or he had him some light, bright, halfway baby mama somewhere. Spending her money on him. But yeah, I wasn't impressed. I was looking at her like, you silly little dum-dum. But anyway, I'm waiting on this family member to come pick up their key and everything. And then I'm getting off here. I'm going to try to put the videos together. But if I can't, I'm going to split them up and everything. And put them out separately and everything. But anyway, I just want to share my thoughts and opinions on that. Bye.